everybody, and welcome to the United States of America. I'm Evil Dragon XXL in the commentary box today. He will introduce himself now.
Hello, I'm Tom.
Indeed, there is good old Tom. I'm here.
Sorry to interrupt you there, Evil. Jamie just went P2. Of course, Jamie is just dropped down from ILR3 for a couple of races. He will be racing in this league next year, so just getting a feeler for everything. But the new boy, the trialist, Gartist, I hope I haven't offended you by not being able to pronounce it, has
lost the front left.
Yeah, at the last corner. That's quite interesting, actually. Maybe got in the curbing. That's 2 down.
That's 2 down. 3 minutes to go, and well, indeed we do also risk the best of recovery for our other commentator today. He has to take a enforced break from today. Don't really want to say why, but we do risk the best for him.
Yeah, all the best, Alright,
let's get the stream up on my phone, because as per usual it never appears on my phone in the notification, even though I've got the notification bell. Remember to put the notification bell on if you want to hear from us when we're live. I should do that.
Interestingly, Brandon, Lausanne Gaming, the championship leader by about 40 or 30 points, I'm pretty sure, is already down in P7. The laps haven't been great. Refresh is in 3rd at the other championship challenger, with Pagas 6th, 1 position ahead of Lausanne Gaming, so it looks like it's all on for these last laps. Whoever gets the best lap in makes it count. Of course, Jamie's done his lap. Don't think he'll be able to get back out again. Unfortunately, Afri, Josh, Dana Joe haven't left the pits with 2 minutes left. It's quite interesting. I'm just riding on board Owen at the moment on his hot lap. There should be Mr. Crumpet is on the grass. He's done that. That's sector 1. But we're getting yellow flags in sector 3. Because good masters know how to make a really good game. But yeah, going back to Owen, I'm going to ride on board with him for this lap, because I just have that feeling he might have that bit of pace we don't know about here. He is only 2/10 off pole, and he is the only man really in the top 6 or 7, the furthest around his lap, so we may as well ride on board with him, see how he does. Massive bit of oversteer there, unfortunately for him, had to correct the car badly. It will hamper his bob. He's coming up to the last 2 corners now, nicely took, not without the track limits, of course, big talking point this year, whether they should get penalties or not. But yeah, Owen's coming up to the line now, doesn't look like he'll improve. Oh, he does, he just improves. Just improves
indeed. Now, who is next to be setting a lap time? Sector 1 shows up in yellow as Owen retires.
I think it's Lausanne's up next, but he just kind of gets caught up behind Sir Lane. I think he's on his lap now. So let's see what Lausanne could do, the championship leader.
Old Lesney Gaming. Good last corner, runs to the line, does he improve? The answer is
what a lap! What a lap! 6/10 clear. That is a brilliant lap from Lausanne. That's what he needed to do. And gets Paga next. Paga's coming up to the line. Paga is nowhere near 7/10. Lausanne Gaming has absolutely smashed Paga out of the ballpark.
Comes through the last corner. What can the other Williams do? Out the last corner, blasted the line. Does he improve?
He's just starting his lap. Silent Assassin's the next. Yeah, Silent Assassin's the next man to come across the line. He was in provisional pole until Lausanne Gaming got him. He now goes second, 2/10 off Lausanne. No one seems to be able to get close enough. But yeah, I'm going to stay on board with R3, maybe have a look about Fatslags and P8 on those zippers. Good luck from him. Jasags, unfortunately, down in 11th in that Mercedes. Randoms is going quite slowly, I think he lost it. Jacko's on a lap, Randoms is just finishing his lap, but I don't think it's going to be quick. I'm pretty sure he had an offing, so it's going to be quite a slow lap. He comes across the line, yeah, quite slow.
88.
Jacko's now the next man to cross the line. Hopefully it'll be better than that 2.8 off Lausanne, maybe into the 35s, hopefully. Yeah, 35.9, good lap from Jacko to push him up into P14, I think. Was a spun it.
Yep, spins
I don't know who that affected.
AF just passed through him there, I believe.
Oh, it affected Lausanne. Was got in the way of Lausanne Gaming there. Paga's lost it. Paga's lost it big time.
The long triple left hand up. sorry, say right-hander.
Yeah, here comes his teammate. I think Josh will set the lap before Afri. Just going on board with Josh now. He comes across the line at 85 hundredths off his team, off his rival in the Zan.
Looking like a
Here
good
comes
lap, across the line.
Afri, nowhere near.
Position.
Fourth, Signs of Assassin, DNA Joe ahead of him. That's a brilliant pole position for the Zan. It's timely. He needed it. He didn't have a lot of belief coming into here. Afri Fish and Paga, the two main rivals of his, have not been anywhere on his par. The closest Afri is 4 tenths nearly, and Paga's nearly 8 tenths. Interestingly, Fat Slag's qualified in the Supers.
It'll be very interesting to see. So Lane on the soft, same as Den, but of course Den crashing out immediately on his first lap. So has Kak as well, unfortunately to say. But
I think it's just the Zan needs to retire, and then we'll be getting underway for the race.
Yep, will be underway in a few moments' time. But our official order so far, and confirmed now as the session is over. Lesney Gaming ahead of DNA Joe, Silent Assassin, Afri Friss ahead of Girl King, and there we are. There is the top 4. And then we'll go and read the rest through when it pops up in a few seconds.
It's very untimely there, Lausanne retiring for you, Evil.
Oh, well, there we go. Every first Len, there's King, Pag, Owen, Fat Slag. We've got W4, Crumpet, Jask, Random, Ben, Jacko, Selene, Bazza, Kak, and right at the back is going to be Den in the Red Bull. Well, only a few seconds to go. Who we're going to look out for? Fat Slag, he's on the super soft tyres. Be interesting to see where he can go in the race. But up front, it's going to be a straight fight between Lesney and DNA. Silent Assassin, Alvarez, only a few attempts behind. And then a little bit of a gap down to the rest of the field.
I think we do need to watch out for Fat Slag, because after Malaysia, Fat Slag pulled off nearly a strategy masterclass to get P1. Didn't have a good week in Japan. Don't think he raced in Japan. I was ill, unfortunately, so I can't remember the race. But yeah, Fat Slag had a very good strategy race in Malaysia, but will he have another one here today? Maybe being able to go super soft, just ultra soft. I'm not too sure in the strategy here. Are you, Evil?
Well, we believe it will be a simple two-stop strategy, I believe. It's even a one-stop for a few drivers. We don't imagine going too much further than, but only 16 seconds to go. Live commentary will be brought by Evil and his good old co-commentator today.
Yeah, of course we've got the wee sponsorship from Fade Grips. If you want any grips for your controllers, you know where to find them, fadegrips.com, and you can use ILR League as your discount code. Of course, the formation lap will get us off.
Yep, formation lap getting us off, and like many other leagues that don't use the formation lap, this top only one I see that runs it, and it's always good to see the formation lap in effect. Of course, no safety car, because we know that's broken, but nonetheless, it doesn't really soil the racing, does it? Well, Lesney,
no rain,
DNA, and
unfortunately.
Silent. Yeah, missing a few at the back. Our driver, of course, and right at the back is Arctic Devils right now, so promoted to the back of the grid, it seems, he has an issue. Jask has given up with Mr. Crumpet already.
Lausanne has a problem. Lausanne's paused. Lausanne's ghosting. Everyone's overtaking him.
No, doesn't really matter.
As long as he can get back in that car. Or he might be paused. I don't know if he's an AI car or not, because it's not coming above his name.
Maybe he just... No, he's still there. He's letting... Make sure he doesn't get disqualified and stuff. Letting the car go through to the grid. Interesting to see, though, what could happen. But DNA's Joe, currently second position. Where can he go in the race?
I wonder if it'll be as clean as ILR3.
Well, indeed, it's going to be interesting. Looking at any of the comments, feel free to put them in. Can't pronounce you, but I can definitely pronounce Paul, who says evening everyone, and we say evening back to our good old friend Paul that. And we are certainly going to enjoy this race, and I hope you all do too. But it's going to be interesting. Indeed, Lesney has got back going again from a few technical issues with the pause, but at least he's not doing a Crumpet and Jask. Well, chance of Jask having an incident in this race seems to be quite high as far as I know. Be interesting. Now he's come through the last few corners. The grid lining themselves up. Blenry does have to wait for Lesney to come through and a few others right down the back. But it's going to be interesting. Who can get a run off the line, and there is a very quick Lesney coming through the field to line up through third position and into pole. And the last car lining up, that is Arctic Devils then, lining up in the Force India. BWT, livery Force India, pinks at the back, but up the front it is going to be Lesney. And now we go to the green. So, here we are then, 5 red lights for the American Grand Prix. And it is lights out. And away we go. And it's a good start from Lesney. DNA sluggish behind. And that's going to allow Silent to immediately come through. Further back, it seems everyone gets the right to go through. Oh, no, they haven't.
Oh, there's a shunt. Every fish.
Yeah, Carnage behind. Up front, Lesney. Then the Silent. DNA further back. There seems to be carnage going on in the middle of the pack. You've got 3, 4 wide. And off. That is Baz up.
Baz is gone. Baz is long gone.
Baz is off. We've got a Mercedes off the circuit as well. I believe that. I don't know who that is. That looks to be Mr. Crumpet off the road.
It's Mr. Crumpet.
More debris. That's where Ferrari's lost part of its front wing.
Yeah, Ben's lost the front right end plate of his. Sir Lane's lost the front right of his. Arctic Devils has lost the front right of his. Jasag, I think, lost the front left of his. Jamie's lost the front left of his. Owen's dropped the 10th.
So far, so good up front. Meanwhile, Afri trying around the outside of DNA Joe on the first lap. Here he's not going to be doing it there. Runs off the road there.
Touched him out wide. Good defender from DNA Joe. Jacko with an absolute dream of a start up. 9 positions to 5th. Pushing Fatslag right off the track there, but Fatslag just regains the position.
Toro down the inside. Fatslag of Jacko squeezes him off the road. That allowed the Williams to come around the outside of Pag. Does it there. Further back, then we have to look out for where is that Force India coming from. He's running wide, bit of debris as well on that front of the car. Looking out for Random now trying to the outside as we managed to get the cars all swiftly through.
It'll be interesting to see who pits. Jamie doesn't, Jack doesn't, Arctic Devils does, Ben doesn't, Mr. Crumpet does. So not too many coming in, but yeah, I think the leaders are kind of... Everyone's very tight in the front. Bar Afri seems to have dropped off a bit there from DNA Joe, about 1.4 seconds behind.
Oh, indeed, good opening. Now looking a little battle between Owen, Random, W4 and Jacko. Here is off goes Random a little bit there. That might allow the Ferrari a little sniff to the inside. Does go down the inside in the end there.
Yeah,
good little dive there. And merry on his way. Next car up the road will be that Force India. He's catching Jacko, Pag, Fat Slag. Then we've got the top 4, who's only separated by a little bit of a margin. And still, Silent Assassin, he's really not let Lesney go. He's keeping with him, only 5 tenths behind. It was almost a second on that one. Now back to 5 tenths, so perhaps closing in the Sauber.
It'll be interesting to see, because I was speaking to a few drivers before the race, and they're worried about Sector 1, because it's such an easy sector to cut. There's nothing stopping the drivers like in real life, where they put in concrete bits where told you the turn. They don't have that in this game, so a lot of the drivers were worried that a lot of drivers in that were practicing Grand Prix mode would be straight lining it, or maybe at the end of the race do a Verstappen on Raikkonen and cut the corner to get past. But yeah, track limits is a big thing around here, and it'll be interesting to see if the stewards penalise anyone post race on it.
Indeed, as you cut out dramatically there. Well, Lesney up front low, leading by 3 tenths from Silent Assassin. And they're definitely closing up, like we said. Definitely that Sauber seems to have got a slightly better setup. Indeed, the slipstream effect. But what's
Jamie's cut his losses. Jamie's had the pit. He knows his wing damage is too much.
All in the pit lane. Random seems to overtake Jaskler.
Mr. Crumpet's on the infield.
And, oh dear.
Mr. Crumpet was trying to spin it round, and yeah.
Well, there goes another one.
It's unfortunate.
He's going from bad to worse, and Mr. Crumpet disqualified from the session there indeed. Well,
it could be bad for P7.
Yeah, well, up front, however, Lesney starting to come under pressure now. 5 tenths. DRS activated in this lap, so it could be interesting to see. Sauber v Renault. DRS activated it a bit too far back so far.
Yeah, he's a bit too far back, and I'm pretty sure they're running around the same kind of wings, so he's not going to have any straight line speed. Very late in the brakes there, Silent Assassin, so I think he's a bit more confident with Zam on the brakes, so it'll be interesting. But yeah, it seems there's going to be a battle.
7th, 8th,
Yes,
that is Owen down the inside, W4.
Owen
Mercedes
might
runs
get Jack
wide.
as well,
Turn
round
3
the
wide,
outside.
cuts the inside, almost gets forced off there.
Was nearly got
Jacko
hit.
being a bit
Was at the back of Jacko.
interesting there. Very luckily, no major incident there.
Oh,
And Jacko
Jacko goes
down
up
the
the
inside of the
inside.
Ferrari. Squeezes him wide.
Very late
Now that
move.
Ferrari's still
Ferrari
there.
will get better traction.
Ferrari's
Got
still
those
down the
ultra soft
inside.
tyres on, obviously being able to turn them on better.
Jacko's
There's
not
the
giving it
Ferrari
up,
up the
though. Running
inside.
the board with the Force
Jacko's
India.
battling hard here.
Side by side into the last corner. Good stuff. Squeeze him out
Jacko
wide. They
pushes
both
him
run off the
off.
road. Now, who's going to be there? Still side by side. Last corner. Now, Owen
Great
gets to cut back. Now, Jacko wants to watch out for that
Jacko
Force
went off.
India. Just about does it. And backs up a little bit there.
Jacko lost out the most there, pushing
And look
far
at
too hard to try and keep the
W4 on
position.
Owen. W4 on Owen having a little look to the
No,
inside.
no.
Bit of a
Watts had a
nudge
look, but he knew it wasn't worth it. But yeah, I think the third and fourth are now starting to become disattached from first and second. But then you've got fifth and sixth, and seventh, eighth, and ninth. So yeah, the field's now starting to kind of split out. Randoms has gone off again.
Then, I'll check a stop-go penalty. Speeding in the pit lane.
Randoms has been overtook by Jasag. What a move. Good move right round his outside there. Randoms, I think, is really struggling. Yeah, Randoms is rears everywhere.
Indeed, people saying stop talking over each other. Well, we'll definitely try to moderate that now. Indeed. Well, from that to Liz. Silent Assassin, 2 attempts, 3 attempts. He's keeping with him. DNA in third position, Aft fourth. He's starting to drop a little bit back close to, like you said, from the lead 2. Fat Slag, and then there's Pag, Owen, W4, Jack. Oh, then there's Jas, Random. Abandoning a McLaren there, indeed. Is talking about the McLaren on Random and Cackler trying around the outside. He's going to try around the outside there. Thinks better of it straight away there. And drive the door ready to Mr. Crumpet, but down the inside goes Cack on the Sauber. Does Random get any traction? Yes, he does. Just about squeezes him wide there. But a good little defensive drive for what is 11th position. Now the cutback. He'll go to the outside. It'll be interesting stuff if he can do it there. Right around the outside. That'll be brave. Does he do it? Yes, he does. A bit of track limits. There we go. Great move from Cack on Random there. And up front, still Lesney and Silent with 3 attempts.
Be interesting to see where Silent's quicker, because I think the gap's just being maintained. So I think with equal pace, but I don't think he's anywhere that he's like lightning quick compared to Lizanne.
You can just see here, especially coming through like this little left-right left section, Silent just seems to be slightly quicker as King sets the fastest lap off the race on the super soft tyres, by the way. So interesting stuff to see, but he's right on his chuff here. DRS activated. I can only see, perhaps this time, this could be the moment we see a lead switch for Lesney. He still has a straight line speed, remember. But he's closing all the time. Be interesting to see if he can make any move down the inside. Pulls to the left, can't do anything in the yellow. Has to be back off of it this time. Well, back down the field, another what's going on there. W4 dropping back now 7-8 tenths. Random sitting behind as well. That battle we were just looking at there.
Just Sags now in the back of Jacko. I think he's maybe making a move around the outside, switch back into the over and under tactic. Oh, what an exit. Can he make it? He does. He goes up the inside. Jacko gives him a lot of room. They're leaving each other a lot of room. Too much room.
Yeah, won't be able to make any moves there. And Dan, what's up for that McLaren, by the way? Has a little look, taps him a little bit there, just about gets away with it there. That is Cack, who's going on an absolute storm right now. He's got so much more downforce through these high-speed sections there, which is really benefiting him. Silent Assassin is only 2 tenths behind the leader, as Basil leaves the session as well.
Yeah, I think this is the closest Silent's been to Lizanne.
Definitely close enough. Goes over the little curve a little bit, but you can see here, Dirty S starting to affect him here, especially you can see how he loses the rear there, and there as well on the exit, but he's just there nibbling at that rear ring, very much. So what he needs to do really is make a bold move, squeeze him off, and just try and get under his skin anywhere he can, as King again, a fast lap in the Renault, and Jacko gets a penalty there for multiple warnings, so issues there for him. Will be a recurring thing, we believe. Well, here we go again.
Alfred's gone for it, Josh. Alfred's got Josh.
Yes, here we go. Having a look there, DNA Josh. Can he do anything? Squeezes him up as hard as he can down the inside. He's going to go to the Williams. Bit of nudgy. And now we get the car back again to the outside. Can he do it there? It'll be brave stuff. They'll be side by side. We believe he should have the inside for this next corner on Vest Afri can decide to go to the inside. He does so. Cut back left, back down the inside. But now a cut back again from DNA Joe. Now I'm almost banging tyre to tyre again as they come through the long right-hander. And now the Red Bull to the outside. Williams forced to go inside. And now they're still side by side. Last two corners and back in to third position goes DNA Joss. But runs a little bit wide and heads to the pit lane.
Defensive masterclass there from DNA Joe. Really well defended against
Silent Assassin. He's very close now. It's the right centre dive into turn one. Here we go. Down the inside for the lead. And does he do it? Squeezes him off. Runs his car just a little bit wide. And into the lead. 28. Lesney overtaken by Silent Assassin.
Great move from Silent. He's been shaping it up all race, but it'll be interesting to see, does Lausanne respond to DNA Joe? Because he might come into the pits for a set of tyres, or maybe, unlike Josh, he might be going for the one stop here, so it'll be interesting.
Well, Lesney already dropping 3 tenths. We know he seems to be slightly quicker in a straight line, even as Silent had DRS, so this could be interesting. Is he going to breeze back down the inside? Well, DRS activated right about now, and we'll find out. As he go down the speed, already building up as let's get a nice little UI up if we can. As we look at this, he looks to the inside, doesn't do anything there.
There's a great battle for 10th at the moment. Well, 9th.
Well, everyone's running a
4 cars.
Indeed, DNA Jack to W4, and there is a McLaren of Cat going back round and the inside there, so you had a mega exit then. Did he, and then see if that Force Indy can try and be back down the inside. As we get a nice camera shot there. Can't do anything there. You can see everyone almost on the Ultras and Super Softs there so far in this race. Only a few drivers made a stop. DNA Joe, the highest of the stoppers so far. Well, great stuff here. Is down the inside goes the Force India, gives him a bit of a nod, gives him a big nod, and now look out for the Sauber of a random then, almost making it 3 wide into the long right-hander. Goes a bit off the circuit there, almost gets his nose taken off by the Force India there, and he has to really be careful where these drivers are going, as he wants very wide there.
One coming.
Indeed, also in the pit lane, W4 as well.
Almost out of stop go, because he's not being served.
So, Purist is there, DNA and Jaska.
Pagger's getting a new front wing,
Back out he goes, drops behind Owen. So good stop there for Owen then.
Interestingly, Pagger's doing the 1. He's went soft, so one's went zippers.
So going for a little race perhaps, unless he knows something we don't. Which is very much the case. Well, it's going to be interesting to see who can make any moves in the coming few laps. Well, we're talking about the man who's making moves so far in this race. It is Cat, who's trying to the outside of the long left-hander. I presume he'll cut to the inside as Random retires. And there is the front left, same place Vettel went off in 2015 in qualifying. Off goes that front left tyre. And well, what can you say there? Losing the rear on the curb, easy thing to do. I've had it many times as well.
Jacko's being overtook here by track 6.
Yeah, Jacko trying to defend as the camera's not being our friend today, but Cat down the inside, or is Jacko going to manage to get a cut back? Random leaves the session there. Australia, of course, losing the rear end, we believe. And Jacko runs a little bit wide there, struggling. And Cat gets that position and really already showing that he is a man on the mission today. In comes Orleans, by the way. Yeah, like I said, Afri will take the lead, Silent and Lesney here. Now, who is going to be the quicker stop? Renault or Sauber? Well, it seems to be Sauber.
Josh got them both. Josh got them both.
That's Josh, undercut, working an absolute treat, just about gets ahead of Silent Assassin, who is still there, and just about past him to turn one of the super soft tyres. Well, we said we thought the super softs were doing well, figuring the Renaults were doing well on the super soft. Silent is on the Ultras, Lesney on the super soft, so perhaps an alternate strategy here. Silent going for that aggressive one.
Pagger's now dropped off the back of Owen, and that's because Pagger went sauce, which is a smart decision. That means he will go to the end, but I think the problem is he's just going to be so much slower than everyone. He dropped back by about 1.9 seconds to Owen, and now he's got to get past King MJJ and Owen and Auric and Jacko then further down the road.
Duran is saying this is shaping
Arctic has spun it in the middle of the track. Whoa, that was close to Paga's front wing. Very close to Paga's front wing.
Spin throw down for good old, unfortunately, for Arctic. Well, cancel out there. Presumably lit the rears up and just spins that car around. He's been doing these cars, nimble cars, but easy to spin when you go to dirty air and perhaps even a little bit of dirt on the sides. They become
Afri's in.
That's Afri in from the lead now. Managed to get that in. Let's see what Williams can do. He'll drop, we believe, down to about 5th. Well, he'll drop down to 5th. I can't imagine any move going on.
Fat Slag takes the lead.
Well, he'll drop behind Jasky staying on. Like I said, Fat Slag will take the lead of the American Grand Prix. Lap 10, only some of 19 laps to go here. Any comments, put them in the chat and we'll answer them. 3 retirees of Random, Bazza and Mr. Crumpet. The first of which Mr. Crumpet disqualified, Bazza hitting the wall on the opening lap and flying off he went. And Random spinning through this little corner area just around here. Coming towards the DRS zone.
Paga's not caught up to the back. Keenan and Jay.
Yeah, Paga catching up, looking at any chat. People saying, how is Fat Slag getting up the hill? He's too heavy. Well, Paga and King here together. Williams and Force India. Sorry, not Force India. I don't know why I keep saying Force India for everything today. Like, it just Force India is stuck in my mind. Williams and a Renault, the two that went together a few years ago, don't go together anymore because Williams Mercedes. I just prefer Williams Renault. It just flows a lot better, but could be worse. At least it's not Williams Ferrari or any other things. Imagine that would sound well.
Yeah, it wouldn't sound great, Williams Ferrari, would it not?
Yeah, 2 massive rivals. Like, I can't imagine it. Williams, well, McLaren Ferrari. That just even sounds even worse, really. But nonetheless, there of put in your comments in the chat. Afri desperately needs Brad to get into a battle. Indeed, he does. 7/10, so they're starting to open up a little bit there. As they're looking at Pag and King going together, everyone doing that stop zone. A few drivers not stopped there. Had a Fat Slag, we got Cac, Jacko, and a Ben who's done 2 stops so far in the race.
Just one thing in Fat Slag's tyres, if you look at them, they've got a lot of green on the right hand side and the left hand side of both the front left and the rear and the front right. And it's the same on the rear. You can see a distinctive line, which means those tyres are now really starting to hit 60, maybe 70% wear. So we'll see Fat Slag in maybe 1 or 2 laps. That's a good indication for us. The people that have went supers are obviously doing the 2-stop.
Indeed, so it's going to be interesting to see. 10-second stop-go penalty for corner cutting for Den, by the way. He's going to get himself disqualified if he's not careful. Paga tried to the outside of King at turn 1 there. Didn't do anything there, but hounding the back of a slightly corner cutting on the grass goes Pagler. Well, we saw it from yesterday in the Le Mans race. We do, or GT Sport, do feel free to check that out. It was a very interesting race, but we saw Pag having an absolute storm of a battle through the race. I missed a few bits of controversy of contacting, yeah, but up the road I think Owen and Jacko just switched positions. Yes, they did. Den has retired from the session, so is he at the wall? I imagine he may have.
I think he did it on purpose, to be frank with you.
So I'll ignore that. People saying, can I please join? If Af don't beat Brandon, total race is pretty much over. Indeed, it would almost be over, I believe, in the next race, I believe in Mexico, if he wins here.
Bottled it. Josh might have bottled it, or Simon's caught him because they swapped positions there briefly. He's now right in his chuff.
Indeed, perhaps a mistake there. I just only call that just as he said there, popped up on the timings. A slight mistake there for him. He's very much up his chuff, like we say many times. And is Solid Assassin trying to make any dive to the inside, perhaps? Well, he's having a look. I don't imagine he'll be definitely going to the inside. He is going to the inside. Bold one there. Now, where is DRS on this circuit then? Where is DRS active? Well, the detection zone, I don't think it was there. So Silent will get DRS back on him and will pull away a little bit. So it's very cheeky stuff there, indeed.
Yeah, the detection's at the top of the hill. Slazan might have a look.
Yeah, Lesney right behind, so 3 cars, and they're catching the Fat Slag a little bit now. So the top ILR3 are discounting Fat Slag as a 5-second stop-go penalty for Silent Assassin. Apparently, ignoring blue flags.
That'll be took off. That'll has to be took off. That's a joke.
DNA Joe, 5-second stop penalty. We've got issues here.
Yeah, we've got major issues here. I don't know why that's
In comes
happening.
Fat
The
Slag.
3 leaders. Yeah,
Oh,
Fat
that
Slag
is going to
really.
spice up the race a little bit then. In comes Fat Slag. Well, who's it going to be then? Silent, DNA, Lesney. Your top 3 now. And so he's got Sauber, Red Bull, Renault. Then we've got the Williams. And 5-second stop-go penalty for Jasper Corlicutty. Well, you've heard it here first.
So obviously it's a glitch, so you might see some penalties being removed, so at the end we might not actually see the finishing grid. Because obviously I think Josh and Silent will have those penalties for blue flags removed because they're in the front 2 cars. They can't be ignoring blue flags.
They're behind the leader, but unless Lesney just mysteriously is leading by many seconds. Could happen. King Jas Lane in the pit lane, by the way, or Free jumping in the pit lane there. Loud Aspire say this track is annoying. It is a certain taste. It is a very American circuit. Of course, one of those tracks built by the older Herman Tilke, that Tilke Jerome circuit. Tending to get a bit of taste in Formula 1 now, in my opinion. They're not as good as like the likes of Malaysia, of course, which is one of the favourite circuits as well, in my opinion, he has made, as well as Bahrain is one, and Istanbul Park as well, one of my favourite circuits of all time. Fortunately, the latter of which doesn't exist anymore, but nonetheless. If you do like Istanbul Park, put in the comments below. Would you like a return to Formula 1? I think it'll be very interesting, but as we know, Turkey not having much fun really, are they? It's not having much fun recently, but it'll be interesting to see a race there one day.
Yeah, hopefully it does come back on the calendar. It was a great track. Of course, the triple left-hander, that was a great corner. It's a driver's corner. Imagine in these cars would make that track absolutely magnificent. Weirdly enough, well, not weirdly, but after he's losing a lot of time to the cars ahead, he's about 9 seconds behind. So obviously Lizanne and Josh are probably going to go a bit longer than Silent because he's going to come in for the supers, we believe. And Lizanne and Josh are both going to come in for ultras. So after he's going to have very, very fast cars behind him. But he has to hope that his teammate Paga, maybe even Owen, can start holding them all up.
Indeed, it's going to be interesting. But there is Paga in 8th position. Further down the field, Arctic cutting to Sir Lane a little bit here, but up front it's so far so good for Silent Assassin, DNA and Lesney. And trying to the inside there, a very 8-minute move from Arctic left, trying on the ultras against the soft tyres of Sir Lane. I think better of it, and right down the back, Ben is at the back ahead of Den, Random, Bazza and Mr. Crumpet, who are your 3 retirees so far in this race, after some interesting accidents and incidents and a few disqualifications.
Lizanne's been the closest he is this lap. He could make the move, but he has to be smart about it. He is ahead of halfway and he seems to be holding a gap.
He'll lose his front wing if he tries it from that far back, in my opinion. He is no Daniel Ricciardo and definitely thinks better of it. The Renault, and there's the Red Bull Tagquire Renault, as it would technically be officially called, actually, because the name of the team would be known now as Aston Martin Red Bull. Kinder Green could be on this year's car. I think it's on the cards. Interesting to see the British Racing Green returning for the first time since 2004, if it does. After a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So that is not what he wanted, is it?
No, especially for his championship. Oh, and the league owner just can't even keep it within the white lines. Wow, what is he sending out to do his drivers? Not being able to keep it within the white lines.
Well, Lesney versus DNA here is closed up dramatically. He's now 2 tenths, and down the inside, late dive, gives him room, bangs front right to front left, now to the outside. Can he do it? Battle for second position. backs out of it there. Now he has to ponder. Is he going to try a little dive down the inside? He is to the inside. Now for second, does he do it? Squeezes him a little bit wide there. And into second, ahead of DNA Joss. He does go. And now let's see if that Red Bull can any return at all a favour back to him. Or is Lesney now going for the lead? Last few corners, the CGRS will be active again.
There's a battle on for 10th again. Jacko, King MJ, and just
battle for second, however. This is going to be spiced up. I think DNA Joss is going to dive run back down the inside. He's very much close enough to make a move. Does he do it? No, he doesn't. Lesney runs a little bit wide, though. Now it'll be interesting to see who's got the tracks, and Lesney still has the tracks and low, so that is a nice move. And a nice traction out. Lesney. Now, second position. Now he has to concede. Make sure he doesn't concede the position to App, and well, it's not App because he's in fourth, but he's 29 seconds. DNA, he makes sure he doesn't have to concede to him, or anyway, doesn't need to make a mistake, and he'll be home and dry.
This battle for 11th is really starting to heat up. They're really pushing each other to the limits of their capabilities.
Jack King, like indeed you say. And 3 drivers. Jack's going to the inside of that Mercedes, though. He's got DRS. Just about starts to pull across her. Squeezes him a little bit to the inside there. They topped tyres there at almost 200 miles an hour. And they definitely topped tyres at about 40 miles an hour. Now the Renault to the outside there. Does he do it? Yes, he does. A little cheeky move there. A bit of cheeky contact with Jack and Jacko, though. I think Jacko may have to take the... oh dear. Well, that is a bit naughty for Jacko. Let cut the corner completely there. And again, getting a bit naughty here, he is.
Silent in.
Silent in. Now, that must be for a second stop then.
Yeah, I'd assume Lazan and DNA Joe to carry on to maybe lap 20. Well, around that lap 20, maybe lap 18, 19 even. Average now 14 seconds behind them. Well, 13. But that's oh no, it's just jumped up. It's just jumped on. I think it's about 7 still.
Pack, by the way, in the pit lane. Sideways, at least. So
that's I think that's his first stop. I don't think he stopped with prior. Yeah, this is his first stop.
Yeah,
How has he been able to take those? He's been able to take those tires 17 laps. That's a very good stint from him.
I believe going for a one-stop there. Solane and Arctic Devil still near each other. They've been having a little bit of an interesting battle through this race. They've not dropped away from each other since their last pit stops. And, well, they're definitely ahead of Ben, who is not having the much luck on these in the red car, the red helmet. Unfortunately, and then, like we said at the back, E2's all the way down for those guys who retired. And if you're joining us, just over 12 and a bit laps to go here in the American Grand Prix here at Austin, Texas. Because rattlesnakes and many other things, burgers and many other things, like I can't think of anything else. But yeah, there you go.
Oversized cups, very large drinks.
Oversized everything. Well, certainly one of the most interesting circuits here is now we have a little break. I think we should go and talk about our sponsor again quickly.
Fade grips, of course. So, of course, if you want to get any grips for your controllers or even skins for your controllers, you can go to fadegrips.com and use the code ILR League, 15% off all your orders. Quite good. I got myself some, and yeah, I'd say they're worth it. Money, they're about £3 or £4, and of course, for that kind of value to help you grip, everything's worth it. But Ben's binned it. Yeah, Ben's binned it. On the topic of talking about controller grips, he may have to get some new ones though. Where has he gone off there? And that's, if he's deliberately done that, reimagine there. There is no way, unless he spun it on the curb, which he could have done actually. No, I'm pretty sure he's just parked it up. I think his head's gone, you know, 25 seconds behind the car ahead. Head just went, nah, I'm out of here, I've had enough. I'm way home to have a nice hot bath. Lesney really starting open up to DNA Joe here now. He's starting to pull away dramatically now by about, well, just over a little bit there. Remember, super soft tyres. We did say the Renault seemed to be good and comfortable on those super soft earlier on in the race. They were setting fast slap. And well, perhaps we're seeing that again here. Yeah, I think Lausanne he has that race pace over DNAG. DNAG is a very, very fast driver. I compliment him very highly in his qualifying kind of craft. His pace in qualifying is very, very good. But I think it's just his race pace really holds him back from winning races. In China, he got outdone on the strategy by Lausanne. Other races he could have won, like Baku, but just some fateful errors he's made has caused him not to win. A win could be in the cards in these last few races, but probably I think the race pace is going to hold him back a bit too much. But yeah, Silent's stuck behind Fat Slag at the moment, going through the last corner.
Silent and Fat Slag, lad, do feel free to put your driver of the day in the comments below, and we'll see who gets the driver of the day. So far, I think Silent's going to make a little dive to the inside, and he's going to the outside there. That'll be brave. Can he do it around the outside? He'll be squeezed off there, I imagine, by that Toro Rosso. Doesn't do it straight away. And, well, Toro Rosso, meaning bull red in Italian. Interesting fact there for you there. It's the opposite of Red Bull. So that's always interesting there. But Silent can't do anything there. He can't tame the bull, but he can definitely get right up the back of it at least. Give it a few nudges, say move over, he says. I'm going for first. And tries to take it. And down the inside into that little kick of left-hander. Can he do it there? He gives himself just about the same amount as they do. And down the inside, and he'll easily do it there. He'll have DRS as well, we believe, on the exit. And hopefully he can just blast the car away. Indeed does have DRS. And will pull away. That Toro Rosso isn't giving up, though. Even if DRS activated for Silent Assassin, he's not giving up. He'll try to the outside. I think just about now he has just enough. He's just about there. He's trying to keep it to the outside. Eventually, Silent Assassin says, you're not coming through there. And Jacko gets a penalty.
Another one.
Yes, another
Lausanne,
one.
I think. Yeah, Lausanne's coming in. Will Josh reply? Yes, Josh replies. So this car going to be quite key wherever Silent Assassin comes out, because he was behind Fat Slag for quite a few laps.
He'll take the lead. You imagine he may take it. It's going to be very close if he does. Well, they'll have to come out now. Lesney comes in. DNA in. He's got a 5-second time penalty. Yes, he does. Lesney will come back out. So look out for Silent Assassin. Is he going to take the lead? Yes, he will. Just about. Yes, he does. Into the lead. Lesney will now be stuck behind Fat Slag for a little few laps. And that is not what he wanted.
Josh. It'll be interesting to see in this exit. Josh just on the inside. Will Paga try and get him? Paga might try and go for the switch back. No, Paga's just too far back.
Owen also just pitted there for W4. And, well, talking about W4, there's a penalty. Every time I say someone, they get a penalty. And Pat cutting the corner a little bit there.
You on board with Brandon? He is extremely fast compared to Fat Slag in the corners. He literally nearly overtook him due to his speed in the corner. So much more confident in those ultra soft tires. So much more superior grip.
Indeed, that Fat Slag cutting off a little bit there on the exit, but DRS activated here. I think this might be a breeze. Fat Slag hasn't got DRS on the car ahead, so he'll have to go defensive. He's on, well, he's definitely in trouble with the fuel and going on standard mix. But just like we say, though, the Toro Rosso, whatever he's done with the setup, it seems to be working in a straight line, isn't it?
Yeah, I think Lausanne's going to have his best chance to meet at the corners.
Another penalty. There we go then, down the inside, same place as Alonso. And Massa, does he do it? Doesn't give him a much of a squeeze. Fair play there between the two of them. Lesney, knowing he will be quicker and only will come to well, a cutback there. And just like I say, a few corners, a few yards, should I say. And now, he puts all his attention on Silent Assassin.
You think they'll have to go for the race win now? They've got Silent Assassin's got the gap from him to Afri down to 5 seconds.
Yeah,
Afri going for a wee battle now.
Yeah, now indeed, Jaskin King, like you say, having a bit of a scrap here for 10th and 9th, and they're really having at it, to be honest, aren't they? Look at this, side by side, just down the inside, contact, and there was a bit of front wing. And now, was that off King? That's, yes, the front left, is that completely gone off?
Yeah, it's completely gone.
And he's still got part of the end plate at least, so he may just get away with that one. Won't help him into the long corners, but it'll definitely might reduce his top. Well, it might reduce many things, but definitely it might increase his top speed. I don't know if the game does that. It might do.
No, but it hampers him more than anything.
Well, Arctic Devil in the pit lane, by the way. Almost contact again between Jack and King as they scrap themselves away for what is 9th and 10th position.
I think we are going to have an absolute titanic battle upon our hands. When we get to about that lap 23-24, we're going to have Silent Assassin, Lizanne Gaming on the back of Afrifish, pushing him to the end, because Afrifish decided for the one stop to go for those softs. He will have track position, but Silent Assassin, Lizanne Gaming both have the superior tyres. It'll be interesting to see what setups will come into play.
Indeed, Lane Jack and W4 meanwhile having a little battle here. They're almost going 3 wide. Sector 2, yellow flags. As well, for a few seconds.
His head's gone. I think Jamie might have pushed him into the wall. There's potential.
Leslie, fastest lap. Side by side between Lane and Jacko here. It's DRS v DRS. Len, number 1 v number, whatever number he is. He goes down the inside. Can he do it there? The Mercedes keeps the outside. Almost makes contact on the exit. Now Tenson goes to 3rd and 2nd position here, as Reese mentioned it. Owens has the fast lap in the Ferrari, and Lesney already on the back of Silent Assassin. A lap before we imagined, and here we are then. He was going straight to the inside here. Now, DRS zone just there. Down the inside he goes for 2nd position. Now, he'll have DRS on the exit, and let's see. I don't think Silent can even do anything about that one, can he?
No, and Silent was catching Afri by about 2 seconds each lap. They got the gap from 5 seconds down to 4 or 3 the last lap. So they're really starting to home in on Afri. Hopefully those softs don't give way, but if you go on board with Afri, you can see there's quite a lot of graining now starting to happen in those tyres, which could mean Afri might have not made the right decision going for this one stop. Tyre wear might just be too high to do that.
No, we'll only find out in a few, well, maybe even next lap when Lesney gets close enough. He's already 1.6. He's already opened a 2nd up on Silent Assassin, and they haven't even got out of the last sector yet.
Yeah, those ultra softs have really turned on. The hot conditions just make them stick to the ground, and probably the best strategy here today is Lizanne. Unfortunately, Josh, we've kind of been robbed of maybe being up there for the podium because of that blue flag incident.
He's having a look on he is having a look on Fat Slaglow, so he's going to try and go for 4th. Force India and not Force India, Red Bull and Toro Rosso. Not the two bulls battling there and locking horns. And DNA gets had a Fat Slag. I don't know why everything's a Force India today, but everything's just a Force India.
Yeah, Lizanne's already within a tenth of Afrifish, so it could be really quick.
Silent will also have DRS low, so it's going to be interesting to see. Now, well, look at that, he's already 5 tenths. I only imagine, though, Renault versus Williams. Let's see, Mercedes versus Renault. Which has got the best? No, dear Jacko, another penalty for his list of penalties. Here we go then, DRS, is he going to go to the left or is he going to go to the right? He's going to go to the right. Doesn't do anything there. Now, the best thing Afri can do here is just try and make him stick behind him and try and get Silent to battle him, but it's not going to work if he's going around the outside there. Does it so? Now let's see, is he going to squeeze him off? The Williams trying to the outside, but again, can't do anything. And into the lead, the Lesney Gaming back through to P1 where he started at the beginning. Now all our attention will go for 2nd and 3rd. Which lead are they going to switch around? It's going to be interesting. Afri, big slide there on the exit there.
Yeah, I think his tyres are going on, of course. He's got that 3-second time penalty. That's going to come back and bite him big time. DNA Joe can get within 3 or 4 seconds of Afri. Afri's lost the podium places. This one stop has not worked out for him at all.
This has gone from bad to worse then, hasn't it? Issues then for 2nd position. Revelations for 1st right now, unless an issue happens. I don't see any chance for punctures, though. We can never be too certain with debris on the circuit. But now Silent Assassin already catching back up, right up to AF now. And AF, his tyres are lit as hard as they can be. And well, the Sauber, what can he do? DRS will be activated throughout, but now W4 passes King, we believe, down for 9th and 10th position down the back.
Yeah, that wing damage is just hurting him big time. Silent's going for the move though. Silent
to the inside, he's going to go to the outside, he goes to the inside there. Now, and does he get through? The answer to that is a resounding yes. Don't think anything he can do. A little bit of a cutback could be on the cards here. He does do so. To the outside, he's mysterious. He seems to be glitching between the softs and the super softs for me there. So he sees he's on the soft. No, he's on the soft.
He's on the supers. He's on the supers. If you look at if you pull up the tire telemetry on the left-hand side, but great move there from Silent, out tracking him perfectly.
Yeah, right.
If you look at the telemetry, it says supers, and the ultra dot gives you the correct tires.
The alternating between softs and super soft. Well, Williams did this in real life once, putting 2 different tyre compounds on. Well, they've put 8 different tyre compounds on now, haven't they? Well, not well, yeah. Yeah, I can say that.
Yeah,
interesting stuff. You can say that.
Yeah. DNH's got the gap down to 4 seconds, just below that. So Offrey looking like he might completely lose the podium positions here.
Indeed, well, DNA's going to get the podium, like we said. He could have got a podium if he wasn't wasn't doing whatever he did earlier on. Well, he might get a podium now because he did what he did earlier on.
Yeah, but
and hello to
removed,
my good friend Dylan Cullen in the chat there, who I've good to see you there. And only a few laps to go. 24 for 28. Leslie, Silent, Af, DNA, Fatslag, Pat. Let me got Cat, Owen, W4, King, Arctic, Jacko, Solane, and Jasper right at the back. And then we've got a few retirees: Ben, Den, Random, Bazzer, and Mr. Crumpet, who got disqualified. 3.4 now. It's coming down a little bit by little bit. Now, is there going to be any move? Isn't there? It's going to be interesting, wouldn't you think?
What position?
Well, it's going to be interesting to see if you can get before can get third. That's what I say there. It's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, the game's just kind of the gaps have now just become more and more spaced out. So it's not becoming boring for us, but yeah, we're not getting the action we had. Yeah, that's it on the 3. That's Offrey's podium gone now.
And another penalty for Jacko. I don't know how many. I don't know what the amount of time penalty you can get for disqualifying, but I presume it's at least almost 20 seconds now. He's got.
Yeah.
Definitely not going good. Silent Assassin now almost 5 seconds behind Lesney. He is absolutely on a strat to glory right now, and Owen a 3-second time penalty there. That's not going to help him. However, he's quite ahead of W4.
I may have an answer for why Offrey Fish isn't that fast here today. It seems that his setup has been reset back to his stock, which is unfortunate. It means he's running 6.6 wings, 70% brake, 70, and everything middle 6 ballast, which is unfortunate because obviously these boys do run custom setups. It is the way it is. You have to run to be quick, but according to Offrey, his setup's been reset.
Indeed, well, in this race, 2 very consistent drivers in this race is Lesney and Pack, really, because they haven't jumped up or haven't dropped down any position. Same for W4, by the way, as well. They're doing good, and I have to say, there was side by side there, McLaren v Ferrari, and there is McLaren v Ferrari. Well, let's see, Owen has a penalty, so what he's doing is only futile, because that McLaren's going to come straight back at him, I imagine. Indeed, it does. McLaren v Ferrari. We haven't seen this for a long time, for at least 10 years. Properly, goes into the slipstream, and Jasper, dear.
Oh dear, he's got another one.
Oh, and out.
Head's gone, head's gone. His head went off to the space with that car. His head is gone.
Right, we have to send him up, reveal on Musklen. Oh, down the inside, trying is that McLaren, and sideways on the exit. Well, very close stuff. Ferrari still ahead, however, 3-second time penalty for him, remember. So it's only going to come back to him as long as he doesn't drop off.
Right in the back of Offrey now. Sorry to interrupt you there, sir, but Offrey's really going to come under pressure these last 2 laps.
Yeah, indeed,
he doesn't
really
want to lose too many points. He's in the championship battle. He doesn't want to be falling 13 points behind. Losing 13 points to his championship rival, but I just don't think his tyres can hold out any much longer.
AF's going to be under serious pressure. Serious pressure now.
I think Offrey needs to be more careful of, is he going to puncture? Is he maybe going to throw away good points? Of course, he DNF'd in Malaysia, but then that returned the favour. Lizanne returned that in Japan, but there he goes right round the outside, maybe.
Yep, does it? I don't imagine that Williams can do anything. No, it can't.
No, like traction zoom. But look at that. If you go on board with the Williams very quickly there, Evil, and we get Yeah, if you just get in the Williams, you can see in that front left, it might turn to the front right now, you can just see a distinctive line with massive graining on wear. It just looks like they've ripped off the layer on top of it. You could be in real trouble this lap.
Well, yeah, indeed, talking about the last lap, Lesney does start that last lap, by the way, in the Renault. Silent in the Sauber, and there is, I believe, is that Jacko coming to get lapped? It is. Jacko and Solane, and got Arctic and King there. We're not much battling going on anywhere else.
No, Solene's too far down the road.
Yeah, very far down the road indeed. Don't chance any...
Coxican or one, maybe.
Yeah, well, it is. Perhaps AF and DNA Joe kind of still about a second, but now opening up a little bit more. Well, this race has been a very good race through and through. As we're coming to the final few corners, well, the final half of the lap at least. Renault looking to take another victory here. And could this be scenes of 2018 in real life for Renault? I don't think so. But, well, you can only imagine what could be in real life. However, I don't imagine this team called Alfa Romeo are going to win. But you never know. Bron GP vibes, everyone.
You'd like to see Renault back towards the top. Like, they came back in 2015, 2016 time. Yeah, it was 2016 they came back, and they've done well. Like, getting Nico Hulkenberg's pretty shrewd, and so's Carlos Sainz, but there's nothing.
That poor
Julian Palmer, but there is no stopping this man at this moment. Lausanne Gaming, Arctic Devils unfortunately out, and Jacko gets a penalty, but can't take away from it.
Lesney wins in America. Silent Assassin comes through the last corner. He'll take second position then. Very sideways second. DNA third. F4. Fat Slag will take fifth when he crosses the line in a few moments' time. And then we've got Pagano in. What should we say? Fat Slag, last corner, crosses the line then. Fifth position. Pag comes out the last corner. He'll take a fine sixth position, not going up or not going down. Owen will not take seventh because Cat will take seventh because of a penalty for Owen. Then we've got King. He's still got to wait for him. And then we've got the likes of W4 and Sirlane still to finish.
Oh, Arctic Devils finishes 12th due to Jacko being lapped.
Oh, tragic news.
But yeah, there was a pretty close field from about P8 to P1, relatively speaking. Yeah, that was a on board on there.
Yeah, owed it.
Yeah,
and here we are on board with the AFFS OW.
And Jamie's coming around the last corner for a solid P9.
And
not a bad result
King,
for Jamie.
And cross the line, W4, and then we'll wait for Sir Lane to cross the line. And here we come, Sir Lane crossing the line now. And now we shall go to the podium positions for your top three. Podium spraying on the drivers today, and they're getting all nice and soggy up there on the top step. And there is Cyril down below, looking nice and happy here. As the drivers now join us on the podium then. Your top three, Lesney, Silent and DNA here today. And now we look for who's got the most penalties. And oh my god, W4.
Oh my days, I've just had a look.
Jacko, 21. Oh dear.
Yeah, Jacko, I think you need to rethink what you think the white lines are, to be fair to you, because you've quite a lot here.
Well, now talking about our winner today, and joining us on the podium, like we said, is Lesney. Another win. Top step of the podium, what's it like?
God, I ain't actually seen this since Britain, so fun. It's fun.
It is fun. A nice cowboy hat for you, I imagine, and a bit of a... well, if you're drinking on the podium, if you're under... Well, if you're under 21, you're going to get arrested, unfortunately. But because it's illegal, so we have to get the spring water out, I think. It's not unfortunate to say there, but yeah, so great race from you, great battling between you top three today. It's been great to see. So what was your opinions on the race for you guys?
I don't know who's going first.
we were all on different strategies in terms of that, like when we wanted to pit, and like we were all discussing in the party about what was best and what we could do to basically beat Afri and Paga, because we knew them two were going to be like on the charge depending on what strategy they went with. But luckily we all picked right as it showed.
Silent. Do you regret going on the ultras in the second stint? Would you have preferred to go supers and then ultras like Lausanne, because Lausanne was mightily fast at the end alongside DNA Joe? Would you have preferred? Yeah, you seem to get caught up behind him. Yeah, Jeff can't help you in that situation, unfortunately.
I was happy with my strategy, but me and Jordan, and not Brandon actually, me and Jordan experienced like we got
the blue flags.
Yeah, and we got
what was that about?
So yeah, no, we just had the like blue flag symbol come up, and we thought, oh no, we'll just ignore that. Like no one even mentioned it, and then suddenly we both got penalties, and we're like screaming down the mic, like why is that happening? That's ruined our race. And Brandon's like, oh what are you on about? I haven't got a penalty.
Yeah, I think it was Brandon that was the one that was making the blue flag somehow. Yeah. Obviously, the game thinks he's so fast.
Yeah, it's not Brandon's fault, but it did hinder me and Jordan's race a little bit. Right, it might have been different.
You had a 5-4. Did you have one?
Yep.
Of course, go to Charlie and see if he. Well, we can't actually because it was a stop go, so he can't remove it, unfortunately.
It's just what happens, but maybe.
Still.
It's still a good race. Still, we're all happy. The Williams points probably aren't, but at least we are. That's the main thing.
Any questions, Evil?
Well, I don't really have many questions to think of, apart from the fact my controller is really broken. Oh my god.
Yeah, but I think that's probably the end of the stream, isn't it, Evil?
Well, I'd say that so as you can look at my beautiful I'm turning full left by the way on the controller right now. If you're watching on stream, I'm pulling full left. There we go. My controller absolutely broken. Like, full left lock doesn't even exist. But I think we'll end it there as I drive off into the sunset of Mexico, which we'll be driving around next week. Hopefully better than I've tried to drive there.
Course strict as well.
Oh.
Well, from driving here in Mexico to you guys driving in America, we'll see you in Mexico when we get there, whenever that is, next week. Hopefully our normal commentary team will be back, and hopefully Flexi returns from his injury of some description. Until next time, thank you for joining us here in sunny America and somehow in Mexico as well. Until next time, thank you for joining us. And that is me on full brake, turning left apparently. Thank you, controller. We'll see you in Mexico.